'twas Christmas Eve, babe, in the drunk tank. An old man said to me, won't see another one. And then he sang a song, the rare old Mountain Dew. I turned my face away and dreamed about you. God, I'm a lucky one. I came in 18 to 1. I've got a feeling this year's for me and you. So happy Christmas, and I love you, baby. I can see a better time when all our dreams come true. They've got cars big as bars, they got rivers of gold, but the wind goes right through you, it's no place for the old. When you first took my hand on a cold Christmas Eve, you promised me Broadway was waiting for me.
Hello everybody, happy December 6th, happy St. Nicholas Day. It is quite late, actually, late for me to be filming for the first, talking to you for the first time. And Hudson is sleeping in the living room, so that's why I'm talking a little softly. It's weird, I'm in the nursery, which you'd think that's where he'd be sleeping, but not so. But yeah, it's about 4 o'clock, it's a little after 4. Today is Sunday, December 6th, and we've had kind of a busy day. We've run some errands, and it was nice to take a drive. All of us, the three of us went, even though only Seaver went into the store to grab a few things. It was nice to get out of the house and just take a drive. I did get to sleep in a little bit this morning. Seaver took Hudson for a couple hours while I slept, which was fantastic, even though he's been sleeping pretty good. He slept for about 6 hours last night, so not as good as the 8 hours, but you know, we can't have that every night. I doubt for a while yet, but he's doing good. He's doing good. And then we had a video chat with some of Seaver's family, his immediate family. So yeah, and then here we are. The day has flown by. Sundays are usually the only day Seaver and I have together at home. And then, well, I guess last week we did too, but we got the Christmas tree. So, you know, we try and pack everything into one day, because otherwise, you know, on weekdays we're working, we get home, we make dinner, we go to bed. That's pretty much the routine. So packing everything into Sunday, and I just wanted to film a little bit, show you guys a couple of things before I run out of time. So I have taken a little bit of video of a couple of these things. I was working on my Advent knit in the car, so I started, oh geez, I started the second color. So there we go. I'm about halfway done with the second color. And I did do the eyelets of the first color last night, or yesterday at some point, I can't remember. And I opened my day 6 Advent of my Bumblebee Acres Advent calendar. So there's their logo. And this one is Harriet Smith. My phone does a really bad job of focusing unless you tap it. Yeah, like it's not even gonna try. It's focusing on my hand, and I'm filming, so I can't tap what I want it to focus on, but Harriet Smith. And I love this one. It's got some pinks and orange, not really orange, like a light yellow. Really, really pretty. This is one that I would someday love to get a full skein of. Hint, 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 hint. To all you bumblebees out there. I'm not sure if you're going to release any of these as full skeins, but if you do, that's an awful nice one. All of these are very pretty, but I love that one. Yeah, so I will bring these. I've got 2, I'll have 3 with tomorrow's to wind. Obviously I'm not caught up yet, but it's going to be nice to have them all wound up when I'm ready. I also wanted to show you, I finished the little bird of happiness that I was working on last night. The tail, oh geez. They say, like, don't stuff the tail and to, like, turn it up so that it kind of goes up like that. And I didn't stuff the tail, but it's still sort of like, I mean, it kind of like puffs out a little bit. So it doesn't really lie flat. But anyway, I really enjoyed knitting this. I just did a loop and a knot, like a pretty secure knot, and then I threaded it through first and then knotted it, but then I just moved the knot towards the bottom so you don't really see it too much. But someday I might have to replace this. I didn't, it was like 9:30 last night and I just put a strand of yarn in there. But I think it's adorable, and it was, I put it in his little boot. He didn't actually, I need to get like a picture of him with the boot or something. I mean, obviously he didn't like, I don't know, like take it out of the boot or anything. He's 3 months old, so it's all for me, really. Let's be honest, it's all for me. So that was really fun. I forgot to tell you about the yarn. I had leftovers from the 11Z's cardigan that I knit him, and this is Barocco Ultra Wool worsted weight, and it doesn't really have a colorway. The tag, I threw the tag away, so it doesn't, I don't even know the number of the color, but it's like a heathery denim blue. I really like this color. I've actually I knit my nephew a sweater in this yarn, and then Hudson a sweater, and my sister gave me back the sweater that my nephew outgrew, so now Hudson's gonna have like a 1-year sweater when he is big enough to wear 1-year clothes, or maybe even 18-month clothes. And then this sweater I knit for my nephew is like a 3T, so I'll have one waiting for him for when he gets even bigger, which is really nice. There's a couple of sweaters that my nephew didn't wear too much that I knit him, either because they were a little too scratchy, which, you know, kids are really sensitive. I totally understand that. I'm not sure yet how sensitive Hudson's going to be. I have put wool on him, but it's been like super wash merino, so it's super, super soft. I haven't put anything that's like any scratchier than that on him, so I'm not sure. But although his blanket, the blanket that Sam B knit him, I don't know if I showed that on the, I showed that on the podcast. Yes, I did. That is like a BFL, so it is a little bit, tiny bit more rustic, and we use that for him because it's so warm and squishy. We bring that when we go anywhere, so any travel or anything like that. I usually put that on him because it's so warm, and he's fine with that, so that's a good sign. But at least he doesn't have an allergy. He hasn't like broken out in like a rash or something, which would be the worst thing. So if he's a little sensitive later on, I mean, that's understandable, but at least he's not allergic. So yeah, there's my little bird of happiness. If you guys are wondering about the blanket behind me, that is a crocheted baby blanket that Seaver's mom crocheted. I almost said knit, but I already told you it was crocheted. And it's got like stars. You can see the stars. His nursery is we didn't do too much decorating. We are in an apartment, so we're not able to paint or anything like that. But we have some decorations up that are like space themed. So she did a star blanket. And the last thing I wanted to show you is a really adorable charm that I recently acquired. And this was one of the charms that we included in the Knit Circus Yarns holiday clubs. We did 2 Christmassy, wintry holiday clubs. They weren't like Christmas themed. Technically, one was it was called Let It Snow, and it was based on like evergreen trees, you know, like snowy evergreen trees. And then the other one was Island of Misfit Toys, which was based on the Rudolph movie, but it's not like strictly Christmassy. It didn't look so. If you don't celebrate Christmas, it was still really like applicable to just, yeah. Anyway, so there were some extra charms, and the Knit Circus staff got first dibs. We teamed up with Lock and Lou, Katie of Lock and Lou. We've done, she's done a couple of our clubs, and we love working with her. She's local to this area, and she makes the best charms. I'm actually racking up quite a collection. I forgot, I didn't show on the last couple podcasts. I got the Halloween Club Progress Keepers as well, and she actually made me a custom one that she was making the playful, I think it was like playful kitties, so it was a cat with a ball of yarn, and I asked her if she would ever make calico cats, because I'm partial to calico cats. I grew up with one, who's my cat. I'm always very specific to tell people that she was my cat. Got her when I was like 9 or 10 or something, and she lived until like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, when I was like 26. So she was around for a long time, and she was a beautiful calico cat. So Katie actually made me, she asked me to send her pictures of Agatha, which was my cat's name, and she actually made me a calico progress keeper, so I keep forgetting to show that on here. But this is the, again, I don't know if it's gonna focus, but you can see it's a little painted round. She does these beautiful round stitch markers, and she paints, hand paints on them. Look how delicate that is. It's beautiful. Maybe I'll do a quick, I'll flip the camera around so you can see it a little clearer. So this is the charm. You can see her information on the bottom there too, on her card. But look how beautiful that is. It's got those, you know, snow-covered evergreen trees, and the snow is actually sparkly. You can see that. Oh my gosh, it's just beautiful. So the other charm that was for the Island of Misfit Toys was a really pretty candy cane, but I didn't want to be too hoggish and get both. Plus, I have so many now. I'm starting to get so many, which, you know, is not a problem at all, but I want to make sure everybody had a chance to get one. And the candy cane was beautiful as well. But I just loved, I actually thought in my head, I was thinking I could use this even after Christmas. So this is more of like a winter progress keeper, whereas like candy cane or Christmas tree, I mean, this is not really Christmas trees. This is like snowy forest. Those are, I'd feel weird kind of using that after Christmas, but this I can use through like February. So I thought that was pretty special. But anyway, I should get back. I think I hear Hudson, Seaver's talking, oh sorry, Seaver's talking to Hudson, so he woke up, which is a shame because he wasn't sleeping that long. Naps are hard now. He's in this stage, he's like in between stage where when he was a newborn, he could sleep through anything, and he would fall asleep in the living room. We'd be able to just do stuff, and he would sleep through anything, and he slept like 20 hours a day or something like that, something crazy. And of course, as he's getting older, he sleeps longer at night, but he still needs naps during the day, and sometimes he'll sleep for like hour, 2-hour stretches. And then sometimes he's able to like pick up more on like noises and movement and things like that. So he wakes up easier, but he still doesn't like being left alone in his crib or anything like that, or in the bassinet during the day. The bassinet is usually just we use at night, or we have in the past, because yeah, so now we have to sort of like rethink how we do things and maybe get him on more of a schedule and start laying him down in the crib during the day as well. So yeah, it's definitely going to be a mindset shift. And it's weird because you get used to a schedule. Like with a baby, they're always changing, so you get used to this schedule and then it changes. So anyway, I better go make sure everything's good. Seaver, I think, he was talking to him, and I think I hear one of his toys, so they're probably okay, but I'm not sure if he's hungry or not, so I better go check on that. And otherwise, hopefully I get a little bit more filmed later on. But I hope you guys all had a fantastic day. It's a special day, St. Nicholas Day. So hope you all just had a great weekend.